Come with me on a journey. Imagine a world where they never stop developing Little Nemo the Dream Master. Somewhere in that far-flung future you'd land on Cobalt, a game that uniquely benefits from being unable to pick a lane. The wealth of content and variety of experience is far and above bare-bones requirements. I think this has to be pointed out as one of the best aspects of this game, and there's a lot, but I'll get to that. The trend I see in the current development environment is you take your set of core mechanics, you iterate on them, you respin them, gradually expanding and leading up to a game-ending crescendo. In comparison, Cobalt's like a literary Frankenstein's monster, and it's very easy for a game like that to end up a cobbled-together mess, but, like the poor late Dr. Frankenstein, Oxey's not only made a game with a ton of varied parts, but they used the best examples of those parts, and they spent the time so that each piece feels well realized, and they all work with an equal level of polish. I came to Cobalt from a promotion that they ran where you could bet on AI matches. So when I started playing, I was expecting a solid competitive experience in the vein of Duck Game or Towerfall, and that would have been enough. They could have stopped there, but they didn't. The game also features a story campaign that is far more realized than you would expect from a game like this. After playing the story, I honestly don't know where the focus of this game is anymore. What's the primary function here, story or competitive? If I was Oxey, I'd wake up in a cold sweat trying to sell this game as a physical product because every aspect of this game is a back-of-the-box bullet point. The story has factions, pets, tons of weapons, its own separate challenge modes, NPCs, minigames, multiple approach maps, more. And the important point I want to make here is that they've all been shown the same amount of care. Nothing feels like an afterthought. It kind of seems like the regular line of thought for games like this is, okay, the game control's great, the combat is fun, let's put in a story or some challenges so the player can do more of that, maybe when they can't find a match or anybody to play with. You know, just another activity. And the game does control great, and the combat is fun. Some well-executed acrobatics turn your sluggish robot into a zippy death machine. Rolling not only reflects damage, except for your feet, but changes the angles for grenade throws and gunshots, as well as giving you a little boost if you punch the ground. Slopes let you add momentum and shoot while sliding through danger. The character movement is fantastic, and it's made possible by adding a slight touch of an auto-aim system. Hold up or down on the stick, and your robot aims at the nearest enemy in that respective direction. It's all about timing, flow, and precision. And I can't forget to mention that you can bounce grenades around by shooting them or hitting them with melee attacks. Or that there's a really neat slow-mo system for when a fatal shot is headed your way. The game feels and moves fantastic. It's a joy to just play. But the main point that I want to showcase here is that this feels like a game that wasn't developed with a graph, and we need more of that. It's a game where there isn't somebody with a tie to shout no at the words, "Wouldn't it be cool if?" Cobalt is an experience that shows the result you can get when you just let game makers do their thing. At the end of the day, while I really enjoyed the challenge and story modes, Cobalt will have a well-appointed place in my stable of local co-op games. I think this game shines the most when you get some players together for a good old-fashioned robot beatdown. The online experience simply can't rival that excitement. And I think that if you come to Cobalt and you want a game to play, it really showcases exactly that. I mean, it's a super fun game where they just kept adding things, and I like that. And I would like to see more of that variety in the future. This was Sam from Select Characters. I'll see you next time.